So, hello and welcome everybody to another video. Today we are going to check the larvae of Dorcus titanus castanicolor. They have been in their boxes, in their first larvae boxes for around 2 months now. So we'll see how they're doing, change them to larger larvae boxes and give them some fresh flake soil. So first we need to prepare the flake soil. And it is stored like this. I don't know if you can see. I just store it in the bag that it comes in. I buy all my flake soil just from flakesoil.com. And I buy it in those 25-liter bags. And if you receive them, just cut them open to give the flake soil a little bit of air to breathe. And you can let it dry like that and then re-moisten it if you need it. It would be even better to store it in those like fabric tissue bags, net bags that you can get for leaf mulch or something in the garden. But it's also possible to store them just in those bags here. So first we need to re-moisten some of this. So I will just transfer some 22 liter box here. It's just slightly moist. And then we'll need to adjust the moisture. And for this kind of flake soil, you need to add quite a bit to add some moisture. And I will show you how to determine the right moisture for your flake soil. So here we have adjusted the moisture of the flake soil. So one sign to tell if the moisture is right is the color. So you can see here we have dry flake soil and it's very, very light compared to this dark brown moist flake soil. Next step is to compress it like really hard, and if no water comes out, that's good. If water comes out, it's basically too wet. And if you release it, it should stay in place but crumble apart easily. If in doubt, better not make it too wet. If it's too wet, you can grow mites or mold or anything. So it's better to leave it a little bit on the drier side and rather moisten it throughout the larva grow period. So now that we have, about 20 or 10 liters of flake soil prepared, we can start checking the larvae. So let's go checking the larvae. In this box here, it is a 5-liter box. I had 10 L1 to L2 staged larvae 2 months ago. I basically put them in flake soil with a little bit of their original substrate, which was white rotten wood. And yeah, we'll see if we can find all of the 10 larvae or if they did cannibalize each other. In which stage they are now. Oh, okay. That looks very nice. So I'll try to go a little bit closer here. So the first thing we see here, this is a young L3. From the size of the head capsule, probably a male. Don't see any ovaries. So we have one. Here we have another. This could well be a female. Yeah. As you can see here, I don't know if it shows on camera, the light parts here are the ovaries, and also in comparison to the other larva, you can see the comparison of the head capsule, that with the male it's a lot larger than with the female. So we already have the first pair. The substrate is actually still nice and moist. It still smells like fresh flake soil, so it's not too bad, but we'll change it anyway. So we have two. Here is next one. Probably another, no, as you can see here, ovaries, another female with quite a big head capsule. So we are at 3 here. Let's keep on searching. Here we have an L2. Difficult to determine the genders with L2, I'm not going to do that. Here we have another one, L2 staged. So we're already at 5. So let's continue here. Yeah, the moisture is just right. Ah, here we have another one. This is a very young L3 here. Probably just freshly molted. Yeah, but very healthy. So we have 6. Yeah, and I think that is it here. Yeah, that's it. So, we did lose some. I need to be honest, I don't know exactly how much I put in there. Could be 8 or 9. Thought it was around 10, but yeah, we definitely got 6, so we definitely did lose a larvae here. But we still got some nice larvae here. Next, we'll put them into new boxes. So, in the next step, we're going to recheck the box of the Dorcus titanus castanicolor to see if maybe we can find some more larvae. And here we have the second female. I don't remember if we found her on the first trial, but yeah. Here we go. Another wood piece here. Ha! And what do we see here? In this small wood piece, another larva. L2 staged. Let me try to focus here. L2 staged larva. So that's why it's always a good idea to go back and recheck the breeding boxes and also take your time and thoroughly go through all the wood pieces, because even in those small pieces of wood you might find more larvae. So yeah, turns out that it was the only larvae that I found in the rechecking of the Dorcus box. But now we are still going to check the larvae, the big larvae that we found last time. So I have 3 right here. We're going to check. I had them in those 1 liter boxes, and depending on the gender, If it is a male, I will move it to a 1.8 liter box. If it's a female, I will leave it in a 1 liter box because they don't need so much space. So let's see. As you can see here, we have big traces of the larvae here. So, and here we have it. It's definitely a female. And it actually looks like we disturbed it, which is not so good because it is wrinkled. As you can see, it's very wrinkled. That means it's actually in the pre-pupa stage. So we need to think what we're going to do with her. As you can see, she built a pupal chamber here. Yeah, so we'll have to think what we can do with her. As you can see, the substrate is very dark. It's not too wet. It's just very dark, very eaten up. No. Okay. So next up, we check. And of course, this is a female because of the small size. The next one we can already see a big larvae here. Let's see, also the substrate is very eaten up. And here we have a big larvae of a male. Nice larva here. I will weigh it actually. "21 grams. So this one is 21 grams. Of course, a male, because of the size, it's starting to get yellow, which means probably that it's not that far from pupating. But anyway, we'll move it to a bigger breeding container or larva container. We'll choose this 1.7 or 1.8 liter container here. We'll just add some fresh flake soil here, as you can see. I actually punctured some holes here for the ventilation. And we'll also add some of the old substrate, because that's good for the microfauna. So, and then we'll add the larvae. We can cover it just with some more of the old substrate. And probably we'll see, because probably in 2 or 3 months it will start to pupate. And it's also very important to always mark your larvae. So here we have Dorcus titanus castanicolor. We have a male with 21 grams, and today is the 13th July. So, one male down. Next box here. From the outside you can't see anything. And also here we have this seems to be a male also. This one's a little bit difficult because the head capsule is not too big. Not too big, but you also can't see any ovaries. Normally with the flake soil making the abdomen dark, you can see the ovaries. So I think could be that it is a small male. So also with this one, let's see how much it weighs actually here. Just 12 grams. So this one still might have some growing to do here. I will transfer it into a 1.8 liter box with some of the original substrate here. also will mark it. Dorcus titanus castanicolor, male 11 grams, 13th of July. Okay, let's maybe check one more. I put one of the larvae into one of these 1.7 liter boxes. So let's see if maybe this has gotten a head start and is heavier than the others. You can also see here the substrate still looks good. It smells a little bit like fungus here. And you can see beautiful big larva of a male Dorcus titanus castanicolor, weighing 20 grams. So yeah, definitely it's not heavier than its brother. And we can actually reuse this box that it's been in and just make a substrate change here. Give it some fresh flake soil. Some of the old substrate. Plant the larvae. So yeah, but you can definitely see the development is going. We'll have a nice breeding group here, hopefully, in the future. Yeah, I will actually see what to do with the pre-pupa, and I will bring you along. So, just to show you what I'm going to do with the female pre-pupa, I have a little egg crate here, a little bit of egg crate, and that will actually act as an artificial pupal chamber. So I will clear as much as possible. I don't know if you can see it here. And then just close this artificial pupal cell. So now we have a pupal cell that is around this size. So that should be optimal for the female. And we'll just put it inside here and add some of the moist substrate just to help it stay closed. So, and we'll actually check back on that larvae in around 1 month and see if she became pupa, if it was successful. Very big male, weighing 19 grams. I also have another female here, but this one also seems to be in the pre-pupa stage, so I will not disrupt it. Or maybe, no, it seems like it has already pupated. I don't know if you can see it, but there's already a pupa in there. So yeah, of course I will not disrupt her anymore. So let's sum this very, very long video up. I hope you're enjoying such long videos. If not, please tell me. Then I will try to make a little bit shorter videos, but I think it's just so much fun to take you along, search all the larvae, recheck the larvae, and yeah. So we do have quite a few big L3 larvae. We do have the first females ready to be pupated or ready to pupate. Actually, I got them, so that's actually 8 months or 9 months of generation time here. maybe 1 or 2 months more for them to pupate. Then we're at 12 months, so we're 10 months. Very, very fast. It's not a stag beetle that takes too long. Probably if you want to breed large males and you have lower temperatures. Here I have around 23, so probably they're a little bit faster here. And then you will get also some bigger males and also some longer generation times. Yeah, but we do have some nice and healthy larvae. I think it's very nice to see them all growing. And yeah, I think the next update will be in around 2 months, when we're going to recheck the males and maybe have the first females out, if the pupation goes right. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. Thank you everybody for watching, and for all of you that stuck to the end of this very long video. Thank you everybody, and yeah, if you have any questions, just post them in the comments. I will try to answer all of them. So see you in the next video. Your Flo Kuwagata.